Teisha Bader with Shalom TV's news update for Wednesday, June the 18th, 2014. Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas has called for the release of the 3 yeshiva students kidnapped by terrorists Thursday night in the West Bank. Abbas had already condemned the kidnapping and today told a gathering of the Islamic Conference in Saudi Arabia that these 3 boys are human beings like us and they should be returned to their families. Abbas said it was in the Palestinians' interest to maintain close security coordination with the Israelis in order, quote, to avoid a new intifada or uprising, adding that he has been in contact with American officials regarding the kidnapping, as one of the teens is a dual Israeli and U.S. citizen. Abbas said, "I told the Americans that it didn't matter whether he is Israeli or American, he's a human being." The PA president, however, also criticized Israel, claiming that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was using the kidnapping as an excuse for the military to take action in the West Bank. And Prime Minister Netanyahu, meanwhile, met today with a delegation of mayors that is visiting Israel, where he addressed the efforts to find the 3 teens by the IDF and the Shin Bet, including a mission last night in which 64 Palestinian suspects were arrested, 51 of whom are members of Hamas, who were released in the Gilad Shalit prisoner exchange of 2011. The mayors, who hail from around the globe from such places as Port-au-Prince, Haiti, Buenos Aires, Berlin, and Beijing, are visiting Israel as part of the 29th International Mayors Conference, which is hosted by Israel's Foreign Ministry together with the American Council of World Jewry. The mayors signed an open letter calling for the safe return of the 3 kidnapped boys. And yesterday, Jews and Muslims came together for a joint prayer service near the site of the boys' abduction in the West Bank. The prayer was organized by Tag Meir, a grassroots organization that was created to fight against price tag attacks, vandalism thought to be perpetrated by Jewish right-wing extremists against Palestinians as well as against the IDF in protest of Israel's policies in the West Bank. Tag Meir brought together several public figures from the area, rabbis and Muslims, to pray for the safe return of the kidnapped boys. Sheikh Ibrahim Al-Khawa, who is from the Jerusalem neighborhood of Atur, said at the gathering, "Our hearts are torn at this moment, and my heart goes out to the mothers of these children." He said there is a wall between our 2 nations, and we hope to remove the wall separating the hearts of humans. We pray that God returns these youngsters to their mothers as soon as possible, God willing. And here in the U.S., the campaign to bring the boys back safely continues as well. The Jewish Federations of North America is asking visitors to its website to add their names to a virtual letter pledging solidarity with the families of the kidnapped teenagers, Eyal Yifrach, Gilad Sher, and Naftali Frankel. JFNA CEO Jerry Silverman told the Jerusalem Post yesterday, "We wanted to let the parents of these teens know that our hearts are with them and we pray for their safe release and return." And in other news, a committee of the Presbyterian Church USA adopted a resolution yesterday at their 221st General Assembly endorsing divestment from 3 American companies that allegedly, quote, profit from Israel's occupation of Palestinian lands. The Middle East Issues Committee voted 45-20 to divest from Caterpillar, Hewlett-Packard, and Motorola Solutions. A letter opposing divestment is being circulated at the Assembly as well. That is signed by more than 1,700 rabbis, cantors, and Jewish seminary students from various streams of Judaism and from all 50 states, expressing concern that this and other anti-Israel resolutions threatens the prospects for future peace. The letter reads, "Oversimplifying a complex conflict and placing all the blame on one party when both bear responsibility increases conflict and division instead of promoting peace, reconciliation, and mutual understanding." The letter further reads, "If we truly want to help both parties, we should encourage reconciliation, investment, and a negotiated solution instead of boycotts and divestments." And Rabbi Irving Yitz Greenberg also wrote a letter to the PCUSA earlier this month, urging them to reconsider their proposed actions. In it, he writes, "To criticize or disagree with any of Israel's policies is legitimate. To join the delegitimization campaign which seeks to end it is not." The Presbyterian Church narrowly rejected a similar resolution in 2012. Its full assembly will now vote on this resolution later this week. And turning to our Shalom TV programming for tonight, Wednesday, June the 18th, at 8 o'clock, award-winning Israeli author of My Promised Land, Ari Shavit, speaks at the recent Limud conference. Then at 9 o'clock, strategic consultant for Nefesh B'Nefesh and talk radio host Yishai Fleischer joins Mark Golub on L'chaim. And at 10 o'clock, an overview of the creation and history of Israel and the situation today are presented by Dr. Stephen Burke, professor of history at Union College. That's tonight here on Shalom TV and shalomtv.com. And that's Shalom TV's news update for Wednesday, June the 18th, 2014. I'm Teisha Bader.